Thank you, Renee. I am in chatting. And Woody, it's a good thing they didn't fall off that, climb wall.
It sure is in chatting. And of course, as you introduced me, I'm Woody from Reddit Alpha. They were holding on strong, and as we heard, those fingery skills are getting a lot better. I think that they had those fingers on the game most of the time for the past week. I've been hanging out a little bit with them, but looks like that has converted into quite a bit of practice recently. The ban pig process is already beginning in chat, and what do we have here?
We already have Zephy's being banned by Team France, and we're going to see Jorginho bans Murad
instantly.
Taking up the field.
Yeah, take him out. One of the quickest assassins in the game. Moves very fast, even warps the space-time continuum to get a few more stabs in there. It'll be the opportunity for the Frenchmen to make the first pick. They go for their first marksman, Violet.
Violet coming out. One of the strongest ADCs currently in the game, one of the marksmen. It's definitely going to be a power pick for Team France. Let's see how Spain answers. Looks like L'Oreal and Mina.
Fantastic mobility from Violet, but yeah, the heavy hitter L'Oreal over here, our mage on the Spanish side, is going to be backed up out in front by Mina. Much bigger tank, but still lots of damage coming in from the French team. We've got Zill now. He can hit pretty hard as well, and Scud, the big Fist of Doom, as I call him. Yeah, he's going to be working hard for the Frenchmen as well. Who we got over here on the next side for the Spaniards?
We got Airy and Kresh. Going to be a very, very strong pick, the Kresh. I was talking to Chickadin, and it's one of his favorite champions, and I know he wanted to play that today, so it's great that he's going to be able to play that. We're going to be able to see.
No, Zero Stole crashed.
They're going to swap. They're going to swap.
They're going to swap. Trade phones? Okay, fair enough. Well, the last pick over here, our mage out from Flow, and then followed up quickly by Jorginho's marksman pick. He's going to go with Tellanis. I'm kind of surprised, to be completely honest, that we didn't see our new hero Morin. You were saying that he was an amazing marksman and quite tanky at that as well.
Yeah, but I feel like it's only been a couple of days since he's been released, so you're not really that comfortable on a champion, especially in a high-pressure situation. You want to know everything your champion can do and what he can't do, every single interaction between each and every one of the heroes in the game, and you just don't have that amount of time yet for Morin currently in the meta.
The Chief Knight Thane will be the tank for the Frenchmen. I see that we've got a pretty interesting skin here. It's from the second season of ranked matches, so you know that Azure, the tank on the French team, has been playing for quite a long time now. They're getting ready, though, gearing up, getting comfortable, cracking their knuckles. Do you like to crack your knuckles in chat? Does that get you
I don't.
Ready?
I don't.
No?
But you know what I do? I stretch up, I stand up, I stretch up, and I also make sure, wipe the sweat from your hands, because you are playing a mobile game, you need to get all the grease and the sweat and everything, off your hands.
Where's the grease come from?
I don't know. Maybe you had lunch. These players, just had lunch, and you got to make sure.
You have a very greasy lunch.
Yeah.
In chatting?
That chicken,
You love chicken, huh?
Beautiful. Beautiful chicken. Actually, the beef, amazing. A little ham in there, had a little pepper, onion. It was magnificent.
My mouth is watering.
Unbelievable.
Well, I know that these guys are going to be cooking us a pretty dish. Just about ready to hop into the first game of the first match. This is a best-of-3 series in chatting, so remember, these teams have to get 2 game wins to be able to take the series overall. The fact that they're tied right now on that leaderboard means that this match is extremely important. The very final non-pro combat that's going to be taking place in this tournament, since it is the 5th week, until we go to DreamHack, where the finals will be determined. $100,000 on the line.
Yeah, the top 4 countries will be playing in DreamHack, and currently, as you saw in the standings, this matchup could mean a lot. It could be who comes in 4th, who comes in 3rd and 2nd, which is going to be huge in the standings because you don't want to face Germany.
Looks like we have the hero lineups available for you on screen once again. Thane, Violet, Illumia, Zill, and Scud. Over on the left, the red team has got Tellanis, Mina, Airy, L'Oreal, and Kresh, as we said. Oh, look, Chiquitin got Kresh after all.
That he did, the
Spanish side. I thought that it was ReZero who got Kresh. I got mixed up there.
The swap.
Yeah, it was a quick swap.
They got you. Well, let's get right into match number 1, Spain, France.
In 5 seconds.
Non-pro teams.
I'm ready for it. Sutaro and Flo making their way up into the top jungle on the blue side.
Look at that Scud skin. That's gorgeous.
Scud skin, huh?
Scud skin.
That sounds gross for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why.
I think I know where you're going with that.
They're hiding in the bushes here. Yeah, speaking of that, they're in the bushes, so they can't be seen by their opponents whenever they're in the bushes like that. RE0 takes a early hit from Moon. Lumia getting a nice little stab over there on the right side. Up onto the top lane, though, what have we got here in Jen?
We got a little Chickadin versus Flow matchup, Crest versus Scud. Not really going to be too much going on there. Neither of those champions really going to get a kill early unless, you know, the jungle comes in and shows his presence on the top side. So we're going to take a look at the bottom, you know, just farming up. Yeah. And look at that, little damage there from Scud.
Get back, Chickadin. Got to be careful there. Crest is absolutely terrifying whenever he uses his ultimate, but until then, he's just this little Murloc running around. Brr. He's a little frog dude. He got a little spear on top of it. All right, Judinio and Happy in the bottom, though, not having too much difficulty. Whoa, Happy gets a nice pull in there, getting a little bit of damage against Azure. He gets the charge onto Happy and goes in for a little bit of damage, but it looks like he's going to pull back now.
Yeah, unfortunately, he went in there, and Judinio put the pressure on him. You know, it took him down about a third of his life. Red going to try to get... Ooh, there it is, a little vision.
Little sight orb for the French team over there, and as the minions creep away, we're going to have them move up into the middle. 3 of the French players in the middle right now, kind of running all around, not really making much of a connection just yet, but going for positioning here. Interesting that Sutaro's already at level 4, been working that jungle hard, and the French players are going for the Spirit Sentinel early on. That gives them a nice hit point buff. They'll regenerate some of their health over the course of the next minute or so.
Yeah, Flo and Chickadin just continuing to just trade on the top, just kind of farming up. Chickadin has no problem just hanging out by his tower and just tower farming.
No commitment by either of these teams. It's getting awfully close, though. All 4 in the middle here. We've got a couple of the blue team players going down to the bottom lane. Better be careful if you're France here. You definitely do not want to be outnumbered in a fight this early in the match.
No, you don't. Red and Azor on the bottom lane for France. Mina misses the hook. Happy not level 4 yet, so can't taunt Azor in there so that Judinio could finish it off. And it's going to be very interesting. Once Happy gets that level 4, gets that ultimate taunt, Lil can come down, they can get a couple of kills, and let's see if they go in.
Nope, an advantage for France early on as 3 players on the bottom from the Spanish team try to prevent them from stabbing up. But as you said earlier, that level advantage is really important in the early game. You get your ultimate unlocked at level 4, but hold on, there's a big action going on in the center here. Azure is in a lot of trouble as he's about to get caught. First blood as Ares snipes down Violet, and Azure's in a lot of trouble. Goes in for the counterattack to try to take Happy out, but it looks like he's going to have to retreat once again. Moon going into support. Azure dashes back.
Yeah, Judinio trying to survive. Illumia not going to be able to connect. Zero going to come save his team, and they will get out.
They lost Mina in the process, but it looks like the Spaniards will be able to pull back well enough. Violet got the kill there, and it's a 1-1 draw right now between France and Spain. Relatively even, although I got to give France a little bit of an advantage here. They've been working that jungle a little bit better. 7.6k gold, you see, up about half 1,000. And they take down Abby first. Abby, the Abyssal Dragon, taking a lot of damage in the center here. Can Chickadin finish it off? No! France gets the first dragon.
Illumia takes care of the Abyssal Dragon. Chickadin going in here. Is he going to be able to take out Sutaro, or is he going to lose his life? Oh, Violet with the snipe. Is she going after her? Oh, RE0 is so low. Gets away. Is Azor going to fall, or is it going to be Zero?
Gets the kill,
like they both
but France is in a lot of trouble. Look, Spaniards are going wild trying to finish off Red. They take the tower dive and they're going to soak a little bit of damage, but getting that kill is so important. Up on top, however, though, Flo is uncontested, starting to chop away at this tower. He's got a little bit of minion support in there, but he might need to pull back. I don't know if he's going to get a chance to wipe this thing out. Is he going to be able to do it after all?
It's going to be really close. Oh, he walks back as Chickadin comes to defend the tower.
Good call there. There's no need to die early on. Even if you're trying to get a little bit of tower damage in there, you can wait for the next push to finish that thing off.
Yeah, Chickadin gonna just hang out by his tower here. As Spain only about 400 gold behind, no big deal early on. Flo trying to get that early tower. As France rotating towards the Spirit Sentinel, they will clear this, no problem.
Chickadin's got to be really careful here. He's got 3 blue heroes right next to him. Well, it looks like Zill's pulling back, but it still was almost about to be a 2v1. Uh-oh, looks like Illumia is not going to engage in the fight either, and Flo left flat-footed. I think he thought he had a little bit more support back there. Goes for the Vision Owl there, but not getting it. Meanwhile, Lil continuing to farm in that jungle, grabs a Golem, and will return to the river in the middle.
Yeah, Flo and Chickadin just kind of just exchanging, you know, blows here back and forth. Not really going to be too much deaths going on the top lane with those 2, you know, tanky units on the top side. Looks like Zero going to just hang out in that middle side brush.
All waiting for the Abyssal Dragon to respawn here. A little bit of an attack, though, and Illumia is caught in a bad trap. Finishes her off, and that's going to be another kill for the Spaniards. Can ReZero get out of here, though? Sutaro's taking a lot of damage. Zill finishes her off.
Yes, Zill just took care of business, got the double kill really early. Judinio trying to peel back, and they do, but losing 2 members. Lil and Zero fall to Sutaro.
Whoa! Happy takes a huge hit, but still manages to walk away. Not unscathed, though. She's going to have to get back and recall. I guess Happy's technically a dude. I'm talking about Mina here in the game, but Sutaro takes a little bit of damage. He's going to survive, though. Zill once again on retreat.
There it is, Flo coming down with Chickadin as well, but Chickadin really can't do much. Is he going to go for the flank? Flo sitting in the brush. He might get caught out here, though.
Middle tower torn down. The Spanish team is in a lot of trouble. Look at that big gold advantage that France has now. Over 2,000 on top. They've already taken down the middle tower and are doing a lot of work up on top. You saw Flo almost finish that thing off. He might need just one more push to get the kill. What's going on the center here in chatting?
Yeah, it looks like Chickadin, Zill, and Happy are just having a little skirmish here, but with, you know, those tanky units, they're not really going to do much. The Spanish side coming down as a disengage happened from Azor.
It seems every time I'm watching these matches that Spain is ahead in kills, but somehow just behind in the game overall. They lose towers, they give up dragons, they don't get the objectives that they need, even though they win team battles most of the time and can get some great stabs in if the French players aren't grouped up well enough. But ReZero's in a lot of trouble. A 3v1, trying to go for the retreat, but not able to pull it off here.
Yes, Zell's going to get the double, and he's going to go all the way to the Abyssal Dragon. This is going to be a huge fight for the French side.
Lil retreats, but unfortunate. Eri tried to get a little bit more work done on that dragon, but couldn't get either a kill or the dragon down. In fact, wound up dying himself. And with that second dragon on the French side, that's a 5,000 plus gold advantage as Flo knocks down the second tower in the top lane up to the high ground now.
Yeah, just like that, 4 members fall and the Abyssal Dragon all go to France, and now that 2,000 gold lead now turns into more than 6,000.
This seems like an oppressive lead for the French right now. They got a few more kills to make up the deficit that they had earlier against Spain. But what can Spain do to turn this thing around right now? It seems like grouping up is their best strategy, and that's what they're going for. All 5 in the mid lane right now. If they can crush a good 5v3 team fight, that might be very helpful for them. Looks like Red and Azure are going to join the fight, though, and the French are ready to respond.
Yeah, Chicken, it doesn't have his ultimate yet, and the French team know that. Flo going in. Zill getting already a kill on Mina. Flo trying to kill down Lil over here, but look at this. Zero is going to get eliminated, and Lil, is he going to be able to survive with a little bit of health? He is, but once again, the French team doesn't lose a single member.
Such an impressive performance. They all took a little bit of damage there, but none of them go down.
Are they going for the Dark Slayer?
Triple kill for Zill.
They're going to be going for an 8-minute Dark Slayer. This is really early, and I just don't think Spain can really answer this.
It's a very aggressive move by the French team, but they're pretty high level. I guess they can back it up, given that they just got 4 of the Spaniards down, and with that, they're going to have the Dark Slayer buff. That means that they get 90 seconds of a huge damage and hit point regenerating ability. Sutaro's not even going to be recalling here. He's at half hit points, but he says, you know what? We're going to get all of it back soon enough. Spirit Sentinel stacked on top of this means that he's going to be nice and healthy for the next fight.
Yeah, and that's the second time they've come out of a skirmish gaining an extra 4,000 gold on the Spaniards, and now it's over 10,000.
Spanish still in it, though. They've got to find some way to turn this thing around. They play really well in the late game, but I feel like they're just at such a deficit right now that it would really take a miracle to make this happen. Lil giving up a golem in the top. The jungle turning blue by the minute. There's nothing for the Spaniards to do right now in chatting.
No, another Abyssal Dragon goes to the French, and they are just slowly increasing and starving Spain out as they just continue the gold lead, and another tower going to fall. Spain can't even answer this push that France has. Now we're looking at almost 12,000 gold lead, and I mean, they just got to stay in their base and hopefully pray that France makes a mistake. There's not really much that the Spain can do at this point. But France is just going to play back, continue to clear out their jungle, continue to starve them.
The Marquis de Sade incarnate on the French team as they choke the Spaniards. This mid lane not looking fine at all, even though that they have the high ground. The Spanish seem to be at a big disadvantage, and the bottom tower is getting sieged as well. It's getting close to going down. Zill grabs a legendary as Kresh is defeated, and there's no tank left for the Spaniards to defend.
Yes, wow, Zill just went off, and that's gonna be pretty much the game. Zill eliminated the entire team of Spain, and they're going to be able to easily take this core, and that was a dominating performance from the French. Did you see that coming, that dominating performance from the French? The entire game, pretty much, Spain kept around, in the early game, but then it just turned into, 4-for-1 kills, 4-for-0, and then all of a sudden it got to 4K, 10K, 13K gold advantage. And then it was just too much for Spain to be able to defend their high ground.
You're right, it was awfully close in the first couple of minutes there in chatting, but there was absolutely nothing to do once that snowball started rolling. The French oppression rained down hellfire on the Spanish team, and it seemed like there was nothing to do to be able to turn that around after around minute 7 or so. But yeah. I think that we've said all we have to say. Let's go back to the second most important desk in the cast. Renee, what have you got for us?
Thanks, Renee. Going to be an uphill battle for the Spanish side on this next matchup. They struggled a little bit into the mid-early game and then kind of got out of control there. What do you think that the Spanish side has to do to really, recuperate from like that mid-early game, dominance that the French put on?
That's a great question in chat, and I know that you saw the little birdie that flew in through the door during the break. He was whispering in my ear. His name was Castor Trid, by the way. He said that the problem that the Spaniards had in the last game was that even though they were doing a great job of coverage, going through the jungle, trying to find heroes, they were never really able to capitalize on the kills that they got. They didn't turn that into any tower kills. They never took the Abyssal Dragon at any point. And the French team, even though they weren't really spread out quite as much, they stayed on task. They were working together as a team, and they never got caught off guard in a really bad team fight. But we get the pick ban process starting here now. Zill getting banned by the Spaniards. Not looking forward to seeing him again. But Zethys is going to come out from the French team. The first pick is in, though. What have we got from the Spanish team?
Murad right off the bat from Judinho. He was not waiting on that. They left Murad up, and they took it immediately. Mina and Violet, though, coming from the French side. Nice little tank action there. Violet, I think
they're sisters. Don't they kind of look like sisters?
They do actually look like sisters a little bit. They got that short hair going on.
Yeah, one out in front and one dealing the damage from back behind. Over on the Spanish side, though, we've got 2 more ladies coming in. Happy picks the support hero Alice. Lil ST going for the mage again. And back on the French side, we've already got another pick. Batman is locked in for Sutaro.
Yeah, Batman is going to be in the jungle. And, Illumia as the mage. Oh, nope. A little swap at the end to the Raz. That is one of his favorite champions. So Raz coming out there. Not going to be a bad choice. And Valheim as the ADC.
Yeah. The ADC for the Spanish team. That means attack damage carry, of course. He's going to be able to dish out a ton of damage as the game goes on. Ormar, the warrior for Chiquitin, going full beast mode as we get our final pick from the Frenchman, Flo.
Let's see who they're going to be choosing as their top lane to go against the Omar.
Only time will tell. We should expect a warrior of some sort, right? Yeah, it looks like Lube.
Oh, nope, Scud. Once again. Ooh, all right.
Both kind of function in a similar role. They're not super ultimate tanks, but they can take quite a bit of damage, especially Lubu since he's got that lifesteal ability. Scud, on the other hand, the Fist of Doom, once again, tore up that top lane in the last game that we saw. Flo could very well just take a couple towers this game and be in the same position. It's going to be up to the Spaniards to learn and adapt from that last loss and turn this thing around and try to get the reverse sweep in the best of 3 match.
Yeah, Scud did very well. Flo, he was 1-0-2 on him in match number 1. The weak point that happened was their Violet was 0-3-8, so she needs to get a little bit more kills if she wants to carry this towards the end of the match. Last game, though, unfortunately for the Spaniards, it never got there, so, the carry wasn't really that big of a factor for the French side. When your whole entire team is winning, when you're already up 15,000 gold, it's almost impossible to stop that. No matter what.
You're just racing for MVP at that point. You're not even worried about getting the win.
Who's getting the MVP this game? Who's getting beers on me tonight?
Wait, he switched from the shades back to his normal glasses. I think he wants clear eyes this time. But the Spanish team, they look pretty relaxed. Yeah, clear eyes. You know, chatting.
I know.
Chiquitin with his legs crossed.
He's just relaxing.
Yeah.
Just relax. He's a massive dude. He's like 6'5".
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's like really tall in person.
Yeah.
And when you meet him, it's like, Chiquitin.
Yeah.
And then you know why
like right
he plays
at eye
like,
level for me.
Yeah, that's when you see him play these big, beefy, heroes. You understand why. Mm-hmm. Oh, Chiquitin just hanging out there.
Is he the captain of the team? I know he's called himself the king of Spain.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, he does talk the big game. He gets everybody in position, ready to go. And I mean, whoever is the captain of the Spanish side, their team fighting is amazing. What they need to do is get better objective control, taking down the towers and the Abyssal Dragons and even the Spirit Sentinel. But let's take a look at the Spanish side. We got Valheim from Judinio, Alice, Happy, Murad, Lil, L'Oreal, played by Rezero, and Omar Chiquitin.
That's right, and Mina will be played by Azure. Violet is coming in from Redemption. Violet the Pilot, I should note.
Violet the Pilot.
Check out that skin over there. We've also got Sutaro playing Batman. Azure on Mina. Moon repping Raz. I think I already said one of those. We've got also Flo, of course, playing Scud in the top lane. He might be going bottom since we're switched up, though.
Ooh, all 10 players in the middle besides
They surely
Violet.
saw that.
Oh, what a pull! And Judinio gonna fall first as Lil gets away. So much damage coming out, but just like that, we already have a first kill from the French side.
Some tasty brie from the cheesy French players. They're going into the jungle as well. Diving deep and going for the Sage goal. Maybe. No, Happy and Chiquitin are willing to defend here. They can add on a little bit of help if needed, but Moon already at level 2 didn't even need to get any of those kills on the creeps. Wiping out the first opponent. First blood from the French.
Wow, that Azure MVP with that hook brings 2 in. And when you die that early, it's a little bit of advantage already for France, especially with the momentum from that game number 1. That's not what you want to have, to start out the game if you're the Spanish side.
Right, they're trying to turn it back around, though. It was kind of a disappointing start, but not devastating by any means. 2 Spaniards on the bottom, laning, doing what they should. We got one jungler here, Murad, getting a little bit of experience, trying to catch up. He's going to have to go snipe a French player at some point, though, if they want to get this thing turned around and get the match score in their favor. It's almost a 1,000 gold differential already in just the first minute and a half.
Yeah, that first blood is, a big deal when it happens within the first, 15 seconds of the game. Red trying to get it down. Oh, Murad coming in. He's just going to wisely walk away.
I'm thankful that Red is actually red this time. He was on the blue team last time. It was a little bit of cognitive dissonance there calling Red.
Zora is blue.
Oh, yeah, Azure also. Azure is red now,
blue
though.
and red. Oh, Red going to come in here, get a little chip damage on Judinio. Happy. Gonna just sit here with the Elise.
Great range from that Violet shot. Whenever she uses her first ability, she gains a little bit of additional sight, can fire a little further, and gets a little stab onto the tower on the bottom there. As you see, she's also been able to get some damage off against the other heroes. Flo in the center, dominant once again, rather up on top, excuse me.
Doing a lot of damage to Chiquitin. Chiquitin's at half life already. Azure Drake. Oh, look at this. The Abyssal Dragon.
Oh, she's taking a lot of damage. Abby has got no help from the Spaniards whatsoever, and the Frenchmen get the first dragon kill. That's a clear 1.5 plus gold advantage.
Yeah, once again, that's a great rotation from the French side, and the Spanish just have no answer for it. It's kind of exactly what happened in game number 1. Chiquitin going in here. Whoa, L'Oreal's gonna get taken down. Little's gonna come in as well. Chiquitin trying to survive here as Moon on that Raz.
You're not safe for a moment, even on your own side of the map. A stabbing here from the French players, get 2 kills. Looks like the Spaniards are gonna turn around and be able to take out Flo. But it was a big, heavy hit once again. A double kill now. And that's a second one go down.
And that's a 3-for-1. Just like that, a 3-for-1 trade in your own jungle, mind you. Everything going wrong for the Spanish side to start out this game. 3K gold lead to France.
Moon is reminding me a lot of the character from Legend of Zelda. Remember when he crashes into the earth? That is a nasty, heavy hit.
Looks like Batman roaming around the jungle trying to take the red buff. Michael going down here. Will's going to pick that up.
It's kind of telling that we have to even report the fact that the blue players are able to just survive in their own jungle. France has been absolutely hammering them, and you can see a 2-level differential already in the top lane.
Yeah, Flo just dominating Chikitin. Chikitin came to help out in their jungle and lost it. And the Spirit Sentinel now going to go to France. Look at this objective control all game, Woody. France has dominated. The Abyssal Dragon down, the Spirit Sentinel down, and now they're going to kill Chikitin right underneath his tower. Oh. And Lil will fall as well. But they do pick up.
Azure fell on that one,
yeah. Wow. Oh, but Zero gets taken out now. Oh no, Murad gets that kill. And it's the snowball effect.
Sure is. The French team once again, in just these first 5 minutes, have shown that they are not going to be trifled with. The Spaniards in a lot of trouble as they've lost their first tower now. Once again on the top lane, going for the Abyssal Dragon, the second one. Abby cannot catch a break this game.
Is she going to get taken out? Chikitin, is he going to be able to survive with his life? Yes, he is. Oh, Murad's coming in, kind of misses a little bit on his ultimate. Will they be able to kill Moon, though? That's the question.
Get out of there,
Moon. Oh, no, they're going to... Oh, his Flo takes down Murad. Wow, as they turn that around, everything going wrong for Spanish side. Almost a 7K gold too. Yeah, look at this advantage. And the bottom side goes down as well. All the objectives so far have been going to France.
No defense on that tower, and yeah, I think it's just so ballsy that Raz and Batman remain in the blue side jungle. They keep stealing those jungle buffs, the gold, the experience, anything you can take from the Spaniards. If they'll let you have it, might as well go for it. Batman even gonna get some tower damage in here now as the middle lane tower goes down. The Spaniards on their heels.
And that's the thing, when you're playing versus a Murad, if you can starve him, you'll be able to get a lot of value here. Are they gonna be able to kill Judinio? Are they gonna go in? Yes, they are. Violet with the double. Oh man, Chikitin gonna get dove right underneath his tower, and France is just asserting themselves in this matchup. Spain just doesn't have an answer. Oh no,
I don't know if there's any other ways that we can say that Spain is in trouble right now. I think that the French have just shown us in battle after battle this second game, I think especially more dominant than even in game one. They've already gotten the high ground tower down at mid at 6.5, but hold on, the Spaniards are about to get a counterattack here. Azure goes down. No more tank for the French team, and it looks like they'll be rebuffed finally. 3 towers remain for the Spaniards as the high ground in the mid takes a little bit of chip damage from the siege.
From the siege assault, and now Super Minions pretty much on, the bottom side for the French. They're going to be pushing in the entire game, so Spain has to be wary of that and make sure, it's at 6 minutes into the game, you have huge minions pushing in to your base. That's not something you want. Going to give France even more map control, and they have completely starved this Murad the entire game. He hasn't even been able to farm his jungle for the past 3 minutes. Without any gold, Murad really doesn't do much damage, especially as an assassin. That's the one thing. They're high-risk, high-reward champions, and if you don't have the gold to, get that high reward, you kind of just go into the team fight, do like 20, 30 damage, laughable damage, and then you die.
The French team, Dragon slaying again. The third one goes down, and it seems like there's nothing to stop them on their inevitable march to victory. 7.5 minutes, and they're already making a stab, maybe for the Dark Slayer?
Are they going for it?
They are.
Wow, where Violet needs to get over there. She's the one that does the most damage. She's like just trolleying it along as Flo is just sitting here in the middle.
Casual 1v5 fight. He's like, yeah, I can hold him back. No problem.
No problem.
Fist of Doom. Just hold up their hand.
Wow, Sutaro almost died because Violet took her sweet time getting there.
Looks like Lil went down. Raz finishes off Murad, and yeah, as you said before, not going to get a whole lot of value out of a jungler if he can't get that level advantage. Uh-oh, Flo's caught out of position, though. Finally, the French team comes in to support him, but it's not looking too good. Even though they've got a huge level advantage and that Dark Slayer buff, you never want to be in that 4-on-1 category. What's going on the top, though?
Violet already taking a top side tower, and just like that, they're pushing into the base. The Spaniards just do not know what to do. Judinio almost gets nuked. Oh, wow. As the middle side tower is Flo going to start rotating towards that. Beautiful rotated rotations by the French team. They're going for the top side, high ground tower, and mid.
Oh, dive on Chicken is no good, but Valheim is going to be able to snipe a kill here. Flow is sent back to his own Nexus, but the middle tower goes down as Moon and Azure get another one up on top. More super minions are getting deployed, and they're going for the final kill. Is the core going to hold up this time?
I don't think it is. Look at this, the French team just going in, not caring. Moon's going to go down, though. Batman trying to kill the core. Oh, wow, Azure and Red just clean up the back end and then just take down the core. Unbelievable play by the French side. 13,000 gold lead. And it happened so fast, actually, like 15,000 gold lead, excuse me. That was such a quick game, beautifully rotated by France the entire time. Spirit Sentinel, Abyssal Dragon again, Abyssal Dragon again. Got the third Abyssal Dragon, got to 3-4 towers, and Spain just didn't know what to do. It just snowballed out of control, and you gotta hand it to the French for the rotations.
Gotta hand it to them in the back end with that spanking hit hard on that poor core. Nothing to be done on the Spanish team if you've got the French playing, as you said, going for every single objective, not giving up a single dragon, not giving away any of their towers. The coverage was absolute from the very first team fight, where we saw a player going down in like the first 15 seconds of the game until the very end of the match. France has taken this series 2-0, and they will be taking those 3 match points. Very crucial because they'll have a leg up now in the challenge, but don't forget, the Spaniards are going to be having another chance to come back when the influencers are going to be stabbing at the French team. I think we got to send it back to the desk and get some more analysis on this match, though.
I do agree, Renee, and I'm looking forward to getting some opinions from Chiquitin of Spain and, of course, Redemption of France. Chiquitin, firstly, what went wrong?
Oh, I think we know that we are classified for DreamHack. We don't get planned a good concentrate for that type of match. We think we are going to play better, but they get a lot of more gold of us, win of our errors, all objectives, and very difficult to get the game better for us. Very difficult.
Redemption, from your perspective, what was the approach for Team France, and how did you capitalize on the errors that Spain were making?
So I think the difference was the comfort pick. We played something that we really know. We pushed it to the limits, and the enemy team, Spanish team, they played something that cannot really have any answer to what we put.
Were you surprised by the team composition of Spain? Did you expect other heroes? And when they did pick heroes, maybe you thought you'd do better?
No, we get surprised for that seal in the first round. We see all time their goal, and it was incredible. We don't know how that seal is getting a lot of level and a lot of gold, and in that moment we know that it's impossible to win the match. Very impossible, 5 level up of us, incredible. But a lot of errors make us lose, I think.
Redemption, can you explain that? Is there a particular, I don't know, style, or is there a technique that the Zil on your team is using to get gold and levels faster?
Yes, invading enemies jungle make the difference. Also capitalizing on turrets, objective, and yeah, that's global gold, and that's it.
Okay, moving on from the match, I can say that these two have, nonetheless, even though you've lost and you've won, both teams will be going forward to the finals at DreamHack Winter next weekend, and you'll be competing for $100,000. Now, Chiquitin, you did say that because of that, you knew you were going to qualify, that you were resting on your laurels a bit. How will you prepare for DreamHack, and what does it mean to be going to that huge, historic event?
I think for a Spain team, we have the best position because the 3 teams others win us. We go with no pressure. The other teams, I think, have more pressure to win. We are going to train scouting them, trying to learn more or do other tactics to counteract the other teams. And I think we can surprise if we would do a good job because we are no pressure. We have the best position.
And Redemption, what about you? What does it mean to be able to go and compete at DreamHack and have the chance to not only experience that, but you'll be competing for a very, very large sum of money?
Yeah, it means a lot for us. Like, we have a lot of expectation from the French community, ourselves, and yeah, we want to win this really hard.
And who do you guys think will be the toughest competition other than yourselves at that tournament?
I think the biggest enemies will be Germany. They train really hard, they are on the top ladder, and sometimes we struggle to fight against them, but I think we can make it.
Okay, well, thank you so much, guys, for your thoughts and opinions. It's been a pleasure to have you here competing over the last 5 weeks, but it's not over yet, and we will see you next week. Rene, over to you.